您现在收看的是华视教育文化频道。
接下来要播出的是英语口语训练2。
Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Conversational English, but this time I get to say Book 2. I'm your host, Bruce Bagnall, and let me quickly review for you what we did last semester. In Book 1, we took a look inside the Hudson's new apartment, but Book 2 is going to be quite different, and let Lori tell you a bit about that.
好，各位同学们，大家好。那么其实呢，这个进入了 Book 2呢，刚刚 Bruce 老师呢跟我们说明的这个 Book 1主要教大家的呢，都是这个在家里面发生的事。所以他刚刚讲了一个叫内那个呢，就是不是这个法文或德文哈，它是一个中文字，就是内的意思。那想当然尔，这个 Book 2呢，就是外面的事情了。所以呢，在这个学期，同学呢，我们一起跟着 Bruce 老师会学到很多在家以外会发生的英文哦。
All right, now let's take a look at the, right here, the lesson preview for the whole book, not just lesson 1. This book focuses on the Hudson's interior design business, as well as common errands and chores, which we all need to do outside the house. Now, we mentioned the interior design company in Book 1, and that's what we're going to introduce to you in the first few lessons, is their company. But finally, we will also teach you how to prepare for a trip outside Taiwan. That will also be given to you in the last few lessons of the book.
So, shall we enter lesson 1 now?
Yes, let's take a look. I can hardly wait. The preview is going to be the interior design company that Ed and Betty have, the Hudsons have. Yeah. And let's take a look at our first dialogue for the first time.
Hi guys, how's your apartment now?
Oh, it's coming along great. We moved all the major furniture.
She means I moved all the major furniture.
And we have almost all the moving company boxes unpacked and put away.
Sounds like everything's under control. Good for you.
George, don't forget our weekly meeting this morning. That's still on. Is Marco here?
Hi, Ed, Betty. I could help, but overhear your conversation. I'm glad your apartment is coming along nicely. And yes, we'll be ready when you are for the meeting.
Okay, I need to put some things away and answer some emails first. I'll also get the coffee and tea ready. So let's all meet in the meeting room in 15 minutes, okay?
Sounds like a plan. See you guys later. Okay, guys, let's start. Betty and I were able to keep in touch with you last week, even though we were at home, so I think we're up to speed. The two cases we've been working on seem to be on schedule. Right, Marco?
Right, boss. Lulu and I have been on top of things.
Good. And George, how's the sales campaign coming along?
No problems.
I just looked at an email from a local supplier. They say because of the recession, they need to increase their prices.
Which supplier?
Da Chen. And like everyone else, they say their expenses are going up. Some of that they are probably going to pass on to us.
Set up a meeting with them, Betty. I'm sure we can negotiate as low a price as possible. They're a good supplier, and we don't want to lose them.
I'll do that right after this meeting's over, Ed.
Thanks. Well, that's it for now. Don't forget, everyone, we've got our monthly budget meeting tomorrow morning. In the meantime, let's get busy with our work. Remember, on your conversational English programming, TV programming, we show you each dialogue twice. The first time might be a little rough for you, unless you've read through your dialogue in your textbook very carefully. It's okay, it takes time to get used to this. You'll have a second opportunity near the end of the program to listen to it again.
So now let's take a break.
Oh, time for a break. Okay, for our first lesson, sounds like everything's under control. We will now move on to part 3, words and phrases. Focus, focus.
专注
Some students like to study with the radio on, but I can't focus on my work if I do that.
有些学生在读书时会听收音机，但我如果这样做的话，会无法专注。
Errand, errand.
办事情
I have 2 errands to do today. Pick up the dry cleaning and register a letter at the post office.
我今天有2件事情要办，就是去拿干洗的衣服和去邮局寄挂号信。
Chore, chore.
家事
Every week, Gary must clean his room, take out the garbage, and take care of the dog. These chores take him only a little of his time.
盖瑞每个星期必须清理他的房间、倒垃圾，还有照顾小狗。这些家事呢，只花他一点点的时间。
Own, own.
拥有
My mother owned 3 houses before she retired, but sold 2 of them to have enough money to live on.
妈妈在退休前拥有3间房子，但为了有足够的钱生活，她卖掉了其中2间。
Manager, manager.
经理
Our general manager is a very serious man. He seldom laughs or even smiles.
我们的经理很严肃，他很少大笑或者是微笑。
Supervisor, supervisor.
主管
Jill, our supervisor, is friendly, helpful, and attractive. No wonder she's so popular.
我们的主管吉儿很友善，乐于助人，又很有吸引力，难怪他那么受欢迎。
Major, major.
大型的
The last typhoon was a major disaster because so many people lost their lives. and so many towns and villages were destroyed.
上次的台风是个大灾难，因为夺走了许多人的生命，也重创了许多的城镇。
This is a good time to remind you that in all languages, one word can often be used in different parts of speech. Also, that usually means that they will also have different meanings, sometimes very different. Major is a good example. Here we used it as an adjective, a major disaster, very great or very important. But major can also be used as a noun, and then it has the meaning of a military rank. In Taiwan, 2 plum blossoms for someone in the army, we would call him major. But major can also be used in education. What's your major? I'm majoring in economics.
OK， 所以这里呢，这个我们 Bruce 老师补充说，这个英文里有很多字呢，它会有不同的词性，那当然就会有不同的意思。那 major 就是一个很好的例子，因为呢，它在本文当中当形容词是表示很大的、很大型的哦。那但是呢，当名词的话呢，最常用的就有2个用法，一个是刚刚提到在军队里面的一个军阶，就是中校会挂2颗梅花，那我们称中校就是 major。那另外一个就是刚刚呢讲到在学校里面问同学说，哎，那你的主修是什么？What's your major？ 那刚刚 Bruce 老师就回答说 ，I'm majoring in economics 啊，就是我是主修这个经济系这样子。所以呢，这个光 major 这几个字就还蛮常用到的。
Yes, in fact, major, the school meaning of major, can be the noun. What's your major? And then I'm majoring in. So major is then used as a verb.
Yeah.
Don't let this bother you at all. You'll get used to it from the context. That how is the word used in the sentence? You'll be able to figure it out quite naturally.
That's right.
All right, let's continue. Interrupt. Interrupt.
打断、妨碍。
Dad's in the study doing some work, so don't go in there and interrupt him.
爸爸在书房工作，所以不要进去妨碍他。
Under control. Under control.
在什么的控制之下？
15 minutes after the firemen arrived at the burning house, they had the fire under control.
消防员抵达失火的房子15分钟后，火势已经在他们的控制之下。
On. On.
计划中的。
Are we still on for dinner after work today?
Sorry, baby, but I can't. I have to work late tonight in the office. 我们下班后的晚餐还在计划内吗？哦，抱歉，宝贝，我无法去了，我今晚要加班。
Overhear. Overhear.
偷听。
While Mom was doing the dishes, she overheard her husband and daughter arguing in the dining room.
妈妈在洗碗的时候，偷听到她的丈夫跟女儿在餐厅吵架。
Boss. Boss.
老板，
Our boss is very demanding, but we still like him because he's fair with everyone and friendly toward all.
我们的老板要求很多，但我们还是很喜欢他，因为他公平待人，对所有人都很友善。
Marketing. Marketing.
行销。
Sheila was accepted into a business college and majored in marketing.
希拉被商学院录取，主修行销。
Media. Media.
媒体。
The media include print media, like newspapers and magazines, as well as electronic media, like TV, radio, and the internet.
媒体包括平面媒体，如报纸和杂志，以及电子媒体，如电视、广播和网络。那么同学这边要小心，就是在网络新闻的部分呢，这里有一个这个打字的错误，同学把网络后面的新闻2个字划掉，好，这样就好了。Let's continue.
Yes, let's continue. Keep in touch. Keep in touch.
保持联系。
Although Maria had to move to Kaohsiung, Ken promised to keep in touch with her every day by calling her from Taipei.
即使玛利亚必须要搬到高雄，肯恩答应她每天都会从台北打电话跟她保持联系。
Up to speed. Up to speed.
掌握最新状况。
After the boss returned from his one-week vacation to Japan, his staff brought him up to speed at their weekly meeting.
老板从日本度假1周回来后，他的员工就在周会上让他掌握最新的状况。
On schedule. On schedule.
照行程走。
If the train is on schedule, it should be arriving at this station in 10 minutes.
如果火车照着行程走，10分钟内就应该要到站了。
Be on top of things. Be on top of things.
掌控全局。
I'm worried that the new supervisor can't do her job well.
Stop worrying. She's on top of things as far as I can see. 我担心新来的主管无法胜任呢。哦，别操心了，在我看来，她能掌控全局。
Campaign. Campaign.
活动。
The president's political campaign for re-election was going very well until the first of 3 debates was held.
总统寻求继任的竞选活动进行得很顺利，直到第1轮辩论为止。
Recession. Recession.
不景气。
During a recession, many people lose their jobs, many businesses fail, and credit is hard to obtain from banks.
经济不景气时，很多人失去工作，公司倒闭，也很难从银行取得信用。
Expenses. Expenses.
支出。
We have to find a way to decrease our expenses, or our business is going to fail.
我们必须找方法节省支出，否则公司就会垮了。
Pass on. Pass on.
转移。
The old man arranged to pass on everything he owned to his son.
老先生安排把他所有的东西转移给他的儿子。
Negotiate. Negotiate.
协商。
The workers negotiated with the company for an increase in their salaries.
劳工和公司协商调涨他们的薪资。
Budget. Budget.
预算。
Our family budget does not allow us to spend a lot of money on expensive things, but we have enough for everything we need.
我们家庭的预算不允许我们花太多钱在奢侈品上，不过我们已经有足够需要的东西了。
Okay, that's it for part 3. Before we go on to parts 4, an extra serving, and 5, the quiz, let's take a short break.
我们休息一下。
Part 4, an extra serving. Each week we have like a little advertisement for you to point out that either in your workbook, which is mailed to you, or on the radio program that's free for you to listen to, we feature something special from the dialogue. And this week, the extra serving, it's the radio program we suggest you, if you have time, you listen to, because in addition to words like boss and manager and supervisor, other words will be given to you so you can put them into your vocabulary and expand it.
好，所以呢，这个礼拜呢，这个资讯补给站呢，同学们要听的原因是，除了我们课本里面有教到了几个像这个 boss 啦，或是 manager 啊，或 supervisor 之外，Bruce 老师还准备了一些其他在公司里面可能会出现的 title，就是它的职位的这个职称，让同学们可以把你的智慧再更丰富哦。
So please listen. Please listen every week, but we just want to tell you this week especially for the radio program. Now, let's get ready for my favorite part,
Yes.
the quiz. Of course, it's my favorite part. I'm a teacher. I love giving tests and quizzes. By the way, quiz is 小考. It's much shorter than the test, which is usually shorter than the exam or examination.
不过这3个字呢，大中小考，这个 Lori 老师本身是都很讨厌的。我最怕考试。
Oh, I don't like taking them. I like giving them.
I know.
Okay, we've got a matching quiz for you today. We have 2 columns. In column A, there are 5 items. Yep. Words taken from the lesson. In column B, you will have definitions or sometimes examples of the words in column A. The idea is to match them up. For example, let's look at A in column A, errand. What is an errand? It is, the answer from column B should be 5, some work to do outside the house or outside the home, the same. Now, some of you may have chosen 3 wrong, but that would be error, E-R-R-O-R.
好，所以呢，这个 A 的答案呢，当然就是选这个第5，那么就是在家以外去办的事情。那刚刚 Bruce 老师提醒同学们，不要跟那个错误这个字 error 它很像，然后混在一块了啊。
That's right. Let's take a look now at B in column A. The word is chore, and as you can see there, a chore is some work to do at home.
所以第2题 chore 的答案当然就是选4，它是在家里头做的事情。
Next is C in column A, and the word is recession. As we pointed out in our vocabulary list, that really means 2, a very weak economy.
那么第3个 recession 呢，指的是这个经济的萧条，所以呢，我们当然就会选2。
Next is D, budget. Remember, budget can be used as a noun or a verb, but in either case, it refers to 6, a list of income and payments.
那么 D 呢 ，budget 它的中文就是预算，所以最适合的答案我们会选6，它就是你的一个收跟支的清单。
Another word for income, remember, is revenue. Many words in English have another word that means the same or almost the same. As you build your vocabulary, you'll be able to choose. Home and house, for example, are often used to mean the same. They mean the same thing, but they might be used a little bit differently.
So, would you like to spell revenue?
Oh, sure. Revenue, R-E-V-E-N-U-E. 3 E's. R-E-V-E-N-U-E. Now, revenue cannot be used as a verb. So, revenue and income are both used as nouns.
好，所以呢，这2个字都是指这个收入、获利啊、进账的意思。那2个都是当名词来使用，要小心。
And now let's look at our final item in column A. It is E, expenses, and that, of course, in column B should be 7, things we have to pay for.
所以呢，最后一个选项 expenses 就是指支出开销，那当然我们会选7，也就是我们得要付出去的东西。
Okay, hope you got them all right. Don't worry about it. It's just for fun and more importantly, for practice.
Yes.
The more you review, the more you read things and listen to things in another language, the easier the language will become for you.
That's right.
Universally true, always true. Now let's take that second look at today's dialogue.
Hi guys, how's your apartment now?
Oh, it's coming along great. We moved all the major furniture.
She means I moved all the major furniture.
And we have almost all the moving company boxes unpacked and put away.
Sounds like everything's under control. Good for you.
George, don't forget our weekly meeting this morning. That's still on. Is Marco here?
Hi, Ed, Betty. I could help, but overhear your conversation. I'm glad your apartment is coming along nicely. And yes, we'll be ready when you are for the meeting.
Okay, I need to put some things away and answer some emails first. I'll also get the coffee and tea ready. So let's all meet in the meeting room in 15 minutes, okay?
Sounds like a plan. See you guys later. Okay, guys, let's start. Betty and I were able to keep in touch with you last week, even though we were at home, so I think we're up to speed. The 2 cases we've been working on seem to be on schedule, right, Marco?
Right, boss. Lulu and I have been on top of things.
Good. And George, how's the sales campaign coming along?
No problems.
I just looked at an email from a local supplier. They say because of the recession, they need to increase their prices.
Which supplier?
Chen. And like everyone else, they say their expenses are going up. Some of that they are probably going to pass on to us.
Set up a meeting with them, Betty. I'm sure we can negotiate as low a price as possible. They're a good supplier, and we don't want to lose them.
I'll do that right after this meeting's over, Ed.
Thanks. Well, that's it for now. Don't forget, everyone, we've got our monthly budget meeting tomorrow morning. In the meantime, let's get busy with our work. Not only did we replay the dialogue for you, but we also added those subtitles for those of you who also want to practice your reading. The whole point of conversational English is we give you 4 ways to benefit you and your English. You read the textbook, you look at the TV program, and of course you're listening to it as well as watching it. You can read the subtitles. You can also watch body language to see how English is used. There's the radio program to prepare your listening, to strengthen your listening. And then the workbook helps you with reading as well as quizzes.
所以呢，这个我们口语训练呢，希望用很多种方法来帮助大家，包括呢这个读课本，然后看这个电视里的剧啊，那看到肢体语言还有表情，那同时呢加强听力呢，用广播，以及最后还有 workbook 来让大家复习，所以可以说是非常非常完整的。
That's it for today. See you next week. Bye-bye.